Boom, and we're live. So here we are with another episode of Elite Encounter. Hello, Nachos. How are you doing, man?
Hello, I'm fine, and you?
I'm good. I'm good. So, to kind of start off this episode, why don't you tell me a little bit about yourself and your relation to Pokemon Unite?
So hello, I'm Natchos. Uh, I'm 17 years old. I've been playing Unite since the beginning almost. I think I just took like at the max like 6 months break. But so I discovered Unite with a friend. He asked me to play. I don't really play Pokemon too much usually. I never played most of them. But so he told me to go play. I played. Then I stopped playing. On one day I restarted back. I kinda never stopped
So
from here.
you've been one of the OG players since release, huh?
Yeah.
Same, same. I've been playing Unite since release, and I even borrowed my friend's Switch because it only got released on Switch initially.
Yeah. Actually, when I lost my no, I didn't lost my Switch, but like it was like 4 years ago. My mom did not really want me to play too much, so I was just been playing on phone. The one usually I play on Switch. Like
Oh,
I really like the game a lot.
you're one of those Switch players, huh?
Mm.
Cool. But before we jump into too much about Unite, which we will as well, I also want to know a little bit about like what's your life outside of Unite? You said that you're studying, you're a student, or do you have a job? What is it that you do outside of
No,
Unite?
I'm student. This is my last year of the like regular school. And then after it's I don't know how it's in English, but like upgrade school. Um, yeah.
Like
So I
high school
hmm?
or college?
Yeah. I'm in college now.
Okay,
So
okay.
after this year is like university and stuff like that.
Yeah, yeah. And what are you studying?
So hmm?
What are you studying?
So I do. It's like a lot linked with building, engineering, and stuff like that.
Okay.
Uh, it's called STE 2D, but like it's French thing.
I'm not too familiar with that, but sounds
Yeah,
interesting.
it's kind of special. Even in French, not a lot of people do that.
Interesting. How did you end up choosing that area of study?
That's just what felt like the best for me. I did not really wanna do regular studying, so I did that.
I see. Well, I was listening to a podcast earlier today. Elon Musk was talking about AI, and he said that maybe we don't need to work in like 20 years, so probably doesn't matter when we study.
I actually think the same. So
Yeah, I don't know how I feel about that, but anyway,
yeah, I mean neither. I will see.
we'll see, we'll see. Cool. So the username that you go by is Nachos. How did you come up with that, by the way?
So it's like I have this nickname since since I was really young. Because like I don't know why, but my uncle was calling me Nachos. So my mom did the same. So I just took it. It's just my nickname. Everyone called me like that in my family. So just I Nachos.
All right, and you just kind of went with it, huh?
Mm.
Cool. So you said you weren't really into Pokemon, but did you play other MOBAs before Pokemon?
No one. I never played any.
Really? What
I
about other
was I was
competitive
interested
games?
in the competitive game. I played Super Smash Bros. But I was not so good. I was fine, but not really good. And besides that, I don't think I played any competitive game.
Mm-hmm. I also played a lot of Smash Bros. Man, I grew up playing Smash Bros. It was
Yeah, I get that. I think like you're searchy, right?
sorry.
You are searchy.
Am I so? I didn't get that.
Oh, I said you are 30 years old, right? So like you know the whole Smash and stuff. So
Ah, yeah. Man, I played Smash since the OG original one on Nintendo 64. But
mm.
I only really got into it with the one on GameCube. Um, that's when my friends and I would play in the garage because I grew up in Phoenix, Arizona, which is like really hot during the summer. It's a desert city if you don't know. And
No, I don't really know where it is.
yeah, so we didn't play outside. I mean, we kind of tried, but we couldn't because it was too hot. So we would sit in the garage and play Super Smash Bros.
I think.
Yeah. So what's your main role when it comes to Pokemon Unite? If I remember correctly, you play top or jungle, right?
Yeah, so yeah, I kind of play both. Depend on my teammates, on the pick I have to play. But personally, um, before the update, I rather play top. But since now the update, I rather play jungle. It was way more fun.
Interesting. Why did you decide to make the switch after that update?
It's not really a switch because like I still play boss right now, but I just think like right I saw it before that top was like a lot more like it depends a lot more on the top laner than on the jungler. That's what I thought before with the old map, but now since things are different, I think the jungle impact is way more impactful.
So you're saying there's more
So
value in the jungler now because of the Groudon change.
yeah, yeah, like for the early, like the new mob and stuff. I think it's better.
Yeah, I could see what you're saying because
That's
there's
also why I think like Blastoise is like really good at TM because like since the change is like you don't need a lot of like there's not a lot of XP top and you don't need a lot of XP with Blastoise, so like is why it's like really good at TM. One of
wait,
the
so you're
best.
saying Blastoise as top.
Yeah, I think it's the best.
Interesting. I played Blastoise. I think it's my top 2 or top 3 for my most played Pokemon. So
Yeah,
I
even me. Like,
go ahead, go ahead.
oh, okay, okay.
What are you gonna say?
Even me, like most of people think I don't play tank, but since like Blaster is like not really a tank, like it come a lot to carry. So actually, it's actually like I think my top 8 most played, and I have a lot of game in the game, so
Hmm.
it's kind of a lot.
Yeah, I know exactly what you mean. I never really played Blastoise too much as a tank. Like Surf, I pretty much almost never choose. Like maybe
Oh, actually,
like 2% of the time I choose Surf. Like literally almost never.
oh, really, it's actually the opposite for me. Like only since like Rapid Spin is a lot played, I played it, but way before, I was just playing only Surf. But I think this move is broken. But at the end, the other one is like way more better.
Yeah, I mean it depends on your playstyle because what I before Blastoise, like when it was like early in the game, Blastoise was way better, and Rapid Spin used to do more damage. But now after these recent changes with Hydro Pump, I think what works even better now is Rapid Spin and Hydro Pump. Oddly enough, have you been trying that?
Yeah, yeah, is what I play now. I agree with you.
Yeah, yeah. So you know what I mean.
With like the blue item speed attack. I don't know how it's called, but you know like the one you do 3 auto attack and you get smooth speed. I think it's good with it.
Yeah, yeah. Actually, that's what I do too. But I remember when I was
Yeah,
when I started playing in houses with that item, people were giving me a hard time.
yeah. Well, actually, me too. Cause like I didn't really get it why, but no, I get it.
Well, I don't know. You probably understand, but when you play with other players that are really good, they got used to doing things in a certain way. They expect you to play in a certain way. When you choose a defender, they expect you to, to have a certain play style, let's say. Um, but see, with that blue item, choice scarf, I think it's called, you you can proc it even when you're in the rapid spin, so that you get move speed in rapid spin, which helps with escape when you need to escape or engaging with the enemy.
Mm. Yeah, like most of good players have like they have like their I don't know how to say like their rating. Like you if they play with you, they kinda need you to play at a certain level, even though like people have to understand also that not everyone is like them, and I have to also. Sometimes I'm not very good to understand the people.
Yeah, yeah, definitely. I think there's a lot of these, let's say, unconventional builds that still work really well in Unite. And one that I've been using a lot recently is with Blaziken, Big Root, and double stacking. Because man, like when you get that fifth hit off, it recovers like half of your HP. I'm not even joking.
No, I actually think it's not that bad. Just it's just like in 5 stack you can do that, but in solo queue I think it's broken. Like it's like in solo queue I think you can play anything and it's gotta be broken if you play good with it. But
Mm.
yeah, in 5 stack like it's harder to stack and stuff. So yeah, it's not the same.
Yeah, yeah, the stacking thing has always been what gets me because when I started doing five stacks and in houses, people play around this, like they understand your composition, your build, and they try to counterplay it. And that's what really gets me because it's a whole different game when you start playing five stack, especially when you start communicating as well.
Mm. Yeah, it's like that's why sometimes you just go into soccer game and you just find the people that are broken at the game, but when it comes to five stack, they're not that good.
Yeah, yeah.
So
And it could go the other way
it
too.
just imagine it's the same.
Like for example, I was playing Snorlax solo queue with heavy slam and block, but it like in solo queue it doesn't do much. But then when I played five stacks, because you can coordinate and communicate with your team, it does so much more. It's crazy.
Yeah, there's so much character like that. Like even Blastoise, like you can carry. I mean, in most of the tank you can carry by yourself, but like in five stack you see the big difference.
Yeah, and that's really a big problem for me at least because when I went from playing solo queue and jumping into the five stacks, it's like there's a huge gap there, and I feel like there needs to be more progression somehow, but there isn't. How?
Yeah, like I saw the video of a guy on YouTube. Like he was explaining why the matchmaking on Unite was shit, and he explained it really good. And it was like saying that like the fact that you can't lose one diamond, like it just fuck everything. If you could, it would be much better. And actually, I think he's right. Was interesting.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, it's like it feels like a whole different game almost, even.
Yeah, like just like sometimes even if like even me, like I think I'm pretty good at the game. So like I go solo queue. Like I just face like three people that are like not better than me, but they're good. So because if they're good, like they just smurf on me. Because it's just like too big of a difference.
Yeah, yeah. So how long have you been playing with five stacks or like the in-houses or with a team?
I think pretty much since the beginning. Even though back in the day I was playing a lot more in trio queue, but after that I was playing more five stack and stuff.
Mm-hmm. You know, I actually think one day I took a look at your Unite um, profile and I saw that your win rate was something like 70%, which is crazy. How the heck do you do that, man?
No, bro, it's actually not that crazy because like it's a new account. It's like only I have it since only like June of the last year, so like it's not really that impressive. Because like on my precedent account, I had like 66, which is good,
Yeah, still
but
good.
I came from really far because like at the beginning of the game I had like 55% on like all my Pokemon, but just by starting playing with good player and stuff, it just come up by itself. So yeah,
I see, I see.
that's why.
I think maybe I if I were to make a new account, it would probably be much higher as well. But I don't think even 55% or 60% is still really good because
Yeah, like, because if you play most of your time in Joku or solo queue, it's actually pretty high.
yeah, yeah. I remember a different podcast I was listening to, and there's this tennis player, Roger Federer. He's like number one tennis player for a long time.
Yeah, I know. I know.
Yeah, and his win rate, according to that, for his matches was something like 51%, which is
Yeah,
the
that's feel weird. Does feel weird.
yeah, yeah. So that's actually quite kind of crazy when I saw that. I was like, oh, okay, well, that means I'm pretty good then. Because mine's at something like 55, 56% or something like that.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. I think yeah, it's kind of is not like especially oh fuck, I just fucked my word. But yeah, like whoa, 51 is like really like low for someone that is like number one.
Yeah, yeah. But you know, like it still doesn't really mean that much. I mean, if you base your success or your definition of success on that win rate, it doesn't really tell much. But
Yeah, it's just like you have to win the game that matters. Like if you win like unnecessary game, it's whatever. But you have to win the important game.
yeah, yeah, exactly. Also, it depends what rank you are at because the lower rank you are, the more forgiving it is that you lose. Just because of the way the ranking system works. Essentially, until you get to master, or even until you get to 1400, it's just a matter of time. You just literally have to grind out games.
Yeah, but actually, I think before master is harder than after master, from what I've experienced.
Yeah, I know what you mean. You get some really bad teammates, right?
Yeah, and you get against some really good guys, so
Yeah, but
kind of annoying.
the way I look at it is it's like a compliment because the matchmaking system is telling you that you're playing too well. You've been winning too many matches, and they really want you to lose.
Yeah, like I don't really know how it works, like who goes in the team or who doesn't. So it's weird, but yeah, that
Well,
may be good.
because of the way this game works, and it's similar to other MOBA games and other matchmaking systems in other games, and essentially what they're trying to do is trying to keep it so that you come back to the game as much as possible. And if you win too much, you're not going to come back. If you lose too much, you're not going to come back. So they're trying to make it seem like there's always a chance you'll lose. And that's why they match you with these kind of situations because
Yeah,
yeah, but there's ways of getting around it. Like if you play certain roles or certain characters, then you can carry
yeah,
the
like in
match.
solo queue Joku, it's much easier to play a carry than a support or a tank, of course.
Yeah, definitely.
So
But
it depends a lot.
what does success look like to you when it comes to competitive Unite? Does it mean winning, world championship or what?
Actually, I think for me, uh, like the success is like when you do the best you can on the and even if you lose it's fine because you did the best as you could as a player, not even as yourself, like just you did that what even the number one could have not do. So I think even if you lose like that it's still nice, but of course winning is better.
I mean, that's the goal, right?
Yeah, and so I think that's why like sometimes I just lose, but I don't feel bad because I still think I play good, so it's okay.
Yeah, I mean, that's actually kind of the a big important part about competitive games is that it's inevitable that you're going to lose, and handling that loss is a big important part because you can't just like blame it on your teammates even though maybe it was because of them. And you have to look at yourself to like improve and make sure you don't make the same mistakes in the future. So what's that process like for you? What's your improvement
Personally,
process?
when I lose a game that is important, or even if it's not that important, if it's against good player, I still watch it. So like I watch it, I watch
Like the VOD review?
first. Yeah, like I watch like, but I do a review like most of the time I do it alone. So yeah, but so when I do it, I just watch before I watch how I'm doing in the game, what I do and stuff, what my errors are, or what my errors are not. Like if I don't do errors,
Yeah.
and then I look after what my teammate could have done better. Because I still think I always think like most of the time it's my fault if I lose, even though sometimes like I know it's not, but I still have this in my mind.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, I mean, like, there's only so much you could do. Like, I was playing a match a few days ago, and I got matched up against Chris Heroes, the YouTuber streamer,
Yeah,
and I was Blaziken top. He was Blaziken top, and I absolutely destroyed him in the early and mid game. But then late game, I don't know 3v1ing. I was 1v3ing the enemy team in the bot lane around 2 minutes, and I was like, all right, well, I'm distracting three of them. I managed to KO like two of them, and still somehow my whole team died against the other two enemies.
yeah, that's the most annoying thing. Like even if five stack it happened with your team, it's still annoying. Even if they are your friends or what, like it's still annoying if it happens. So sometimes I get chilled about that, like even in competitive moments.
Yep.
But I should not. I should fix that.
Yeah. Yeah. And I did go back. I watched the VOD, and I was like, I honestly don't know what I could have done better because the enemy was distracted. Um, I don't know. Maybe I could have gone back with my team, but then I would have just brought the other two enemies or three enemies with me as well. And then I don't know. Would it been better if it was?
Yeah, man. Solo queues, like solo queue, I don't really watch that. It's pointless.
Yeah, but I was super frustrated though because I was doing so well early mid game and then yeah we lost. But it is what it is.
Yeah, frustrating.
But that's again going back to the growing process. You have to have a growth mindset and
Mhm.
you have to kind
Yeah,
of
you just move on.
yeah you do. But you have to make sure you also look back and make sure you improve on what you can because
Yeah, you don't do the same mistake.
exactly. So from a competitor like a competitor in Pokemon Unite, what do you think makes you stand out compared to other people in the community?
Um, I think that just I'm pretty good on, it's like I play some character that people don't play, like they do play it but they don't play it like good as me. It's
Mm-hmm.
like for example, like the rock, like most of people, some people play it but most of people don't play it, and people who are playing it, I don't think they are better than me. So I think that's what makes the difference, that I'm good on a lot of specific character, and so that's what like and like also it's like meta character, so it also makes a difference. It's not like a random character that are kind of shit and you can carry with them.
I see, I see. Yeah, I have this theory about which characters are going to be good in Unite, which is essentially that the most popular Pokemon are going to always be strongest. What do you think about that?
Yeah. What do you mean by that?
Like Blaziken, for example. In the last
Mm-hmm.
patch or two patches ago, they like buffed him, and he was perfectly fine. They didn't need to buff him, but he's one of
Yeah, I agree with you.
he's one of the most popular Pokemon. And then they came out with Mega Lucario because Lucario is super popular, you know. So
Oh, you mean okay, you mean people are like that. I don't know. Like I think yeah, I mean it's true that most of the meta Pokemon are like they are like a really no Pokemon, but I don't know if it's true always. But yeah, I get what you mean.
I maybe if I had some data to back it up, I should do some analysis. I used to be a data analyst back in the day when I was working for a corporate job, and
Mm.
I've always wanted to kind of crunch the numbers to see like which Pokemon were the strongest over time. And if we were to figure it out, I'm sure these popular Pokemon are the ones that have always been consistently strong over time. And I don't know. It's just my theory, but
Yeah, actually, I think you're not wrong. But I don't think you're right either, but I think you're not wrong.
mm, yeah. So how do you choose the Pokemon that you really want to get good at?
You mean how do I learn Pokemon, or
Like who do you choose to specialize and why do you choose to specialize in that specific Pokemon?
uh, so like most of my Pokemon I play, I have like either a lot of game on it if they kind of hard to play, or if I love them, or if I love playing them. On other Pokemon that I play, I don't have obviously a lot of game, but I know enough to play them really good, and they're not like so hard to play. So it just depends on the character. But like for example, Palmot,
Yeah.
like the beer one, is like not really hard to play. You just need like 15 game, 20 game to figure out how it needs to be played against what and stuff, and then you can watch also people playing it, and then you know how to play it. But like for example, like Zorak, you need to practice it if you want to be good at. You can't just like know what to do. You need to also be good at it.
Yeah.
That's my theory.
I could think of other ones that really require a lot of practice, like Mew, I think requires a lot of practice. Would you agree with that?
You, I think, yeah, I think it need like more practice than other attacker, of course.
Yeah, just because you can switch your abilities and you need to know when and how and all this kind of stuff.
Yeah, it's cool mechanic.
Yeah, definitely. So when you're about to compete in a tournament or do any really big important matches, do you have any sort of routine or like warm up or habits that you do? Like, do you psych yourself
For
up?
example, UCS last year,
Uh-huh.
what I did, it was the Saturday most of the time, that the first day.
Yeah.
So and I have school the Saturday. French is weird. So I came off from school at like 12, and like it started at 1 p.m. So it was like pretty short time.
Yeah.
So I come home at 12, and the first thing I do is like I always clean my room or I can play. Like if my room is not clean up, like it just feel weird to play it. Like it feel like you have something in the back
Yeah, yeah,
and
yeah.
you have not do it.
I
So
know exactly what you mean.
that's the biggest thing I was doing before playing like UCS.
There are studies that talk about this, and it's related to work as well. If you want to focus on work or if you want to focus on something, you got to have a clean environment.
Yeah, I think it's that, like, cause I can, like, if like my bed is not delete, like I can't just like be next to it and just play like normal. It feel weird for me. So I just have to do all of that.
Man, there was a period of time when I was working a lot in my room and my desk was right next to my bed. So to not get distracted by the bed to sleep, I even put a bed sheet. I hung it from the ceiling between the desk and the bed so that I wouldn't see my bed.
I don't go that far, but yeah, I get what you mean.
I mean, I only went that far because I found myself getting distracted by, oh, look, a bed. I'm just gonna take a quick nap.
Yeah, bro. Sometimes I look at my bed and I'm like, bro, just go in your bed and go sleep. It just seems so comfortable.
Yeah, now I have a slightly different strategy because I got this little tripod standing desk thingy and I put it in a
Mm,
specific corner of the room so that when I'm looking at my laptop, I don't see my bed. I see a wall.
yeah, I mean, I don't know. This is my mom who did my room how it is, so I don't really have the choice.
I mean, the apartment I'm renting right now as well, I didn't really get to choose where to put the furniture or what kind of furniture there is. And the desk that was here before was like way too high and it was in the corner and it was like bad lighting, bad positioning. But I'm lucky because I bought this little fancy tripod desk. I can explain what it is, but essentially it's literally like a tripod with a piece of wood on
Oh
top.
yeah, I get what you mean.
Yeah.
Like you can arrange the side. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. It's really, really convenient because I can just put it wherever. Um, but yeah, I think something a lot of people forget to look out for is like outside of Pokemon Unite, what you can do to make sure that you perform well in the game when you're competing. Apart from having a clean environment, that sort of thing.
Mm, I think you have to not be angry, but you also have to not be too full. Because sometimes it happens that I'm just too full and I just have to play.
Yeah.
But so yeah, like just eat well, I guess. And what else? Not having too much noise around you. Well, I have a lot, but I have a lot usually. But today is fine. Like I have like three sisters, so sometimes it's annoying as fuck. But so yeah, like having a calm placement, like having be good in yourself, like feel good, and that's it. I think you don't need much.
Well, I think one thing you're missing is exercise. A lot of people overlook the importance of exercise, but for me at least, I noticed there's two other things. So exercise helps me a lot because if I exercise a bit before I need to compete or anything like that, it like I don't know, it brings more blood to my brain, which means more oxygen, and I play better. On a
No, I think before it, I don't think it's good. But like yeah, during your life overall, yeah, you need to do the sport. But like just before, like 1 or 2 days before, I think you should not do it. So you
a whole two
feel like
days.
yeah, maybe only one, but yeah, 2 or 1, you get it.
Well, it also depends on the type of exercise you're doing because if you're doing super intense exercise where you are destroyed, maybe you won't play that well. But if you do like,
Yeah,
basic.
yeah, just like yeah, just some run or stuff like that. Yeah,
Yeah, at least for me it helps. I remember I had my first Elite Encounter episode with Yashi, and he said that what he does is he likes to go swimming before a competition. And
yeah, like swimming is good though. Like actually, I think swimming is really good. But like for example, like go to the gym. I don't think it's that good, but like swimming is good because like it relaxes your muscle.
yeah,
I
yeah,
like I agree with him.
definitely. Maybe that's his secret. I used to be in the on the swimming team in high school, so I know how good it can be. And honestly, I should do it more because actually have a pool not too far from where I'm staying now, and I still haven't gone yet, which is bad.
Yeah, same. I was doing like last year actually. Like I was doing. I went to the pool a lot of time, like at least like 2 by week.
Hmm.
But yeah, I kind of stopped. But it feels really nice to just swim and like feel like yeah, feel like a really how is it low, I
Energized.
guess. Yeah,
Yeah, and I think it helps clear your mind even. I think that's what's good about swimming and certain other sports where,
yeah, it's pretty calm compared to other sports.
yeah, yeah, exactly. Um, okay, but the next thing I want to ask you is about drafting because it's one of the things that, well, now a lot of players probably don't even get to do because of this new recent change, but um,
Yeah, sadly.
which is very sad because one of the things in competitions that they do and is really important is to counter pick your enemies. So you got to know like which Pokemon counter which and all that kind of stuff. And it's like something that there's not really any good resources out there for which Pokemon counter which Pokemon. So what do you think someone can do to improve that specific aspect of understanding how to counter pick and how to draft well for those games?
Uh, like I don't think I'm the best for that, but like I'm not good for like doing the whole draft, but I'm good like to choose my own pick. Like I know what to pick into kinda any draft. So I think for people that doesn't really know how to do counter, you should just like focus on like five, six, seven, something like that Pokemon. So you know them enough, and you have like you can like I think with 8 Pokemon play, is they not too similar, you can play against any comp. You don't need more.
Yeah.
Actually, I think that
Yeah, I mean that's the big reason why I decided to practice Blaziken because he's a really good late game Pokemon compared to
yeah, he fits in every comp.
yeah, he really does. And the other all-rounder that I first started getting really good at was with Azumarill, which is good early game, but late game really falls down, falls off. And I noticed this when I started doing in-houses because late game I was just getting destroyed all the time, but early game I was doing really well. And then players started counter picking me, and then I just got destroyed even more. And early game I didn't even do well either. So
Yeah, there's some characters that just are better to be anywhere on the some that are not. But like with draft, I think like one of the most important thing is not what even you play against, it's what you play with. Like for example, you can take like three things that are late on the like two, like you get me.
yeah,
You can take just stuff that doesn't fit together. You have to take some stuff that fit together or that can fit against the enemy comp.
yeah, of
But
course.
I think the most important is like your comp more than the others.
Yeah, it definitely makes a big difference. And it also comes down to what your team can play too, because sometimes your team can't play some certain Pokemon really well, and that makes a big difference because if you don't have that synergy, um, well, you don't really coordinate very well. Let's actually
Yeah.
talk about that. So, how do you find a good team to be on, and how do you make sure you have that good synergy with them?
Uh, I think it comes with time most of the time, but I don't think again I'm not the greatest one to speak about that because like the last year when I played UCS, I did a lot of change team, so I didn't really have a long team. So like, when it comes to play with people to make a team, I think you need people that everyone like each other, that are friends. I think it's the best, like a really friend. And I think it's also good to have a relation like outside of Unite. Like you just don't speak always about Unite and stuff. So I think it's good like that. And also like for in-game thing, you need like people that want to improve, even if they are the best. I think you always need to improve. And to yeah, the best is like when people play everything, of course. But even if you play with someone that play not like a lot of stuff, you can still manage to do really well with him.
Hmm.
I think.
Yeah, I know what you mean. I haven't really had too much experience with teams. I mean, I've been on a very small number of teams, but I noticed I think that's what makes a big difference is like when you can pretty much just get along with each other and 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 make sure that we can communicate without everyone getting butt hurt. Because sometimes when you give feedback to someone, they take it personally,
Yeah,
and
you have to accept. That people like have a critique to give you. But I'm not really good to give critique to people because I'm kind of like too cold. Like people tell me all often that I'm too cold when I tell something to someone. Like especially if it's a friend of me, I'll be really cold. But I should not. I have to work on that.
yeah, there's a specific communication style for that kind of thing, but I'm not really too experienced in that either. Um, I think I noticed this when I play some of these unconventional strategies or builds that we mentioned before. Um, like for example, I used to play a lot of XP share Mewtwo X, and man, I played XP share Mewtwo X before it was cool. Like when one day some I forget which team played it in a tournament and they won, and I posted in my Discord server for my team. I was like, "Look, guys, XP Share Mewtwo is legit. They're using it in competitions, so stop giving me a hard time."
Yeah, I mean, I think there's some stuff that can work, on some stuff that doesn't work, on some stuff that need to be figured out to start playing it. It's like the Nuke Special. Like before Tom JG and all his teammates, like nobody was playing that.
Yeah.
But when they start playing it, like everyone went, oh, Special is good here, Special is good here.
Yep. Yep.
So yeah.
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of this. I think what's happening in Unite in the competitive scene is that when people see like the really good players, the pros, use a specific strategy, they're like, okay, that's good now because they used it. And I noticed this even in solo queue because I was using XP share Mewtwo X in solo queue, and people were getting tilted hardcore. They would just go AFK, they would run in circles, but then after it was played in a tournament, people stopped doing that. It was like a huge difference.
Yeah. I mean, it's usually, yeah, good people need to play it first to be accepted after. Like, it's, I mean, it makes sense, honestly.
Yeah, yeah, but like you said, in specific circumstances, and that's when I did use it in those specific circumstances, and yet people still got tilted. But that's part of the game, you know. It teaches you to have character.
Yeah.
um, so as a let's say as a pro player, what do you think is some of the challenges that a pro player has to face that a normal player does not?
But what you have to face as a like high level player, it's of course like losing. Because uh, like one of the best example, I think, it's Overlord. Like he was some like I see sometimes like there was one time he didn't even get top 8 in his region. Well, he got top 8 after because someone disqualified, but you get me.
Yeah,
So he did get top 9, and then after he still managed to win the world. Like I think like that's just impressive. Like you lose, but you still keep the mental to keep playing with the same teammates and to manage to win after. So I think that's pretty impressive.
well, maybe sometimes
Like
that's what it takes.
losing is like really something important to know how to deal with.
Yeah. And I think that's actually sometimes what it takes in order to really take it up to the next level is to lose, because then it kind of crushes your ego and it forces you to realize that okay, maybe you're not as good as you thought you were, and you need to really look into yourself and analyze your strategies to make sure that you win. Did you notice any difference in how he played after that? Like, did you notice he used a different strategy or anything like that?
Actually, I don't think it was his fault if he just get top 8, but like I just think just think he's a pretty good leader. Take the example of Overlord, but there's a lot of people like that just manage to still be in the good way even if they lose.
Yeah, yeah.
Is that like sometimes is that someone the problem? Just like the team problem, draft problem. Like is that even though actually I think like in most of the teams there's always like someone who is like kinda low compared to the other.
Like a weak link.
Yeah, it happened like in almost every team in
Yeah.
EU, in NA, in Japan, like everywhere.
It's unfortunate. I've been on teams where that's the situation, and there's a saying where it's like the chain is only as strong as the weakest link, which is definitely true.
Yeah, but you know, like even if you have a weak link in your team, I think sometimes it's better to just keep him and manage to play with him than take someone else and be lost to have to restart from something. You know,
Yep.
it's not always the best. It's not always the best choice.
Yeah, yeah, I know what you mean. And you know, you can also play around it because in my situation, what I did was I was like, okay, well, if this player, this is their strongest area and this is their weakest area, we play around it. So in one of these tournaments, we decided to use some different strategy, some unconventional comp, because I knew that, uh, let's say our weak link was better in a specific scenario, and
Yeah.
we played around it just to make sure that we get the most value from them, and so that we can win.
Now for me, most of the time when I had something like that, just I was like I did the opposite. I was putting all the thing to the other person.
The best player.
Yeah, the best player of the team. So he can carry himself on the weakling. Like he was, we just let him play. He's the most comfortable he can, and he managed to do it. he can.
I think there's the difference in perspective there is probably when it comes down to risk, because the way I look at Unite is I try to reduce the risk of losing as much as possible. And the strategy that you're talking about is one that's like high risk but high reward. Because
Yeah,
if that carry dies, he's going to give a lot of experience to the enemy team. But you're relying on them being good. So
yeah, that's what I think. So like I trust a lot. Like also like trusting is like the one of the most important part in a team of Unite. Like you have to like even if your mate you think he's not good enough for your team, you still have to trust him because it's just not gonna work otherwise.
yeah, yeah. I think that's a unique nature of this game because it's a competitive environment. You're playing like as a tribe, and I think it comes back to like human nature because when humans were like ancient humans were hunter gatherers, they would have to hunt animals in packs, and you'd have to trust each other. One of these guys is gonna distract the animal, the other one is gonna throw the spear,
Yeah,
stuff like that.
yeah, I get what you mean.
And I think that's what's nice about these kind of games because you kind of give that camaraderie and you build up that kind of connection in a unique
Yeah,
way.
I agree with you. 'Cause, like in solo game, especially a competitive game, like you alone, you with yourself, and you have nobody to help you. Like well, you can have a coach or something like that, but it's not the same as like someone you play with him, you win with him, you lose with him. It's not the same.
Yeah, you go on this journey together.
Mhm.
What would you say are some of your biggest lessons, your biggest learning lessons when it comes to your competitive journey?
Um, to do better choice, like I think the worst I did is I do a lot of bad decision, like outside of what is around Unite. Like what is around Unite, like people I chose to take with me, like what I do outside. Like it just like in game, I think I'm good, but outside, I think I'm really shit, and I could be better. But I learned from that.
When you say that, you mean like making sure you exercise, eat well, or do you mean
No,
like
no, just like around Unite stuff, like just around Unite, like how could I be better, like outside of the game, but around the game. I don't know if you really get it.
making the team and coordinating the team, communicating with the team?
Yeah, thing like that, and also like choose like yeah, do better decision overall. Just yeah, like I think I did a lot of bad decision.
Hmm. Would you say that's what's holding you back from really getting to the next level?
I think so. Yeah, probably.
So, what would you do differently to make sure you overcome this obstacle?
I mean, just learn from what I did bad. I just don't do it anymore, and I think that's fine.
Okay, okay, I see. Um, so when it comes to Pokemon Unite, in my opinion, I think it's important to also build a brand so that people can recognize you, and um, that way you can find a good team to be on. What do you think about that? About building a brand so that people can recognize you? Do you think it's important? Because I've talked to other people on this podcast. Some people said yes, it's important. Some people say no, it's not. You just have to get good. What do you think?
I think I choose the second option, but for example, I will take an example. Like I think that Lou is like a big community figure. Like most of people like him a lot, and because what he stream, what he do outside the but around Unite, you know. So I think like the best to do is to be like Gatlo, be good in game or be good outside. But I think you only need to be good to be at the pro competitive level.
I see, I see. I also talked to Gatlo. I'm not sure if I asked him this question, but I think you have the right point there is to make sure that you don't really put people off in real life. And I know some people, some streamers and some creators, they're not very good at this. I don't want to name any names,
Mm.
but maybe that's why they're not competing in tournaments. But speaking of streaming and that sort of thing, have you ever considered streaming as well?
No, I mean, I consider it, but it's not possible. There's no way more possible.
Why? What do you mean? Why is it not possible?
I don't have PC. I don't have I don't have a really good connection. Like it's not possible for me,
What do you mean you
sadly.
don't have a good connection? How do you play? How do you play ranked if you don't have good connection? How do you play these matches?
No, okay. So last year I had like for all UCS I had a really bad connection. Like overall, I don't have the worst one, but I don't have a really good
Were
one.
you playing on
So
100
it was
ping or?
no, like it was like 60 ping, and I had like sometimes I had three and stuff.
Hmm.
So then in like I think around May, June or something like that, I got a repeater. So like now my connection is stable. I don't have lags anymore, but I still have like the little ping. Like I have like more ping than usual people. Like I think I have like 50, 60 ping, something like that.
Yeah, yeah. Well,
So
in my experience, using a
yeah,
repeater it doesn't really help too much because it doesn't reduce the ping. I mean, it does a little bit, but I've tried experimenting with all these different solutions, and a repeater is not necessarily the best option sometimes. The best, obviously, is to have a wired connection, but that's not easiest either. I usually play on
yeah,
a wireless connection as well, but I also ended up getting a really good router, and that made a big difference.
yeah. You know, like I live in a house, so like the box is like down here.
Yeah,
On me, I'm in the second étage, second.
second floor.
Yeah, you get me. Yeah. So it's kind of far. But so yeah, for me, like the repeater does like a big difference. Like it's way like before I didn't enjoy the playing that much, but
Yeah,
now it's really fun. I don't have lag anymore.
yeah, yeah. I mean, obviously, it's still better than before. But I think streaming is still something that you should definitely check out in doing because even I stream, but I'm not putting a lot of resources into it. Essentially, the way I stream is when I play ranked, I stream, and I don't stream my voice. Although I could, I improved my setup a little bit, so I could. But it distracts me because if people are putting stuff in my chat, I'm looking at the chat. I'm not looking at the game. But regardless, I still think it's a interesting experience because first of all, it's automatic recording all your games, so you can review your VODs really quickly. And second of all, it's like having an open door policy. It's weird to explain, but when you're online, when you're streaming, other people can hop in your chat and be like, "Hey, can we do some duo queues?" Or they're just watching you and they know you're online. And
Mhm.
what do you think about that, having that open door policy type of thing with streaming? Do you think it would help?
I mean, if I stream, I don't think I would mind playing with like people that want to play with me. I think that'd be nice. So I would not really mind. Not always, but sometimes I would not mind. But I think it's nice to interact with people.
Yeah, yeah. I like to do it all, like often if people hop in my chat and ask to do a queue, I'm like, sure, why not? Let's do it. But I think doing it on a way that doesn't require a lot of resources is a good way to start because you can kind of understand the ecosystem of streaming without having to get overcomplicated. Because when I started, I had the camera, I had my voice, and I was trying to entertain people while trying to win my matches. But then I saw it wasn't going well, so I minimized. I like made it as simple as possible, and I only streamed the game and music. And for the longest time, I was streaming directly from my phone, so I was just using the Twitch app to stream from my phone, and it was really
I see.
convenient. Yeah, no, it works pretty well because I like.
Yeah, I mean,
But you play on your Switch, right?
yeah. So it's not the same, but yeah. I mean, if I streamed, yeah, I would just stream the image on the maybe my voice, probably my voice on the maybe music. I don't know,
I definitely recommend doing some music at least
probably
because
that.
when I watch other streamers and
Yeah, it can feel off.
yeah, but like obviously it depends on the type of music you play too. But sometimes I watch other streamers and first of all, it's the ones that don't have music, I'm just like, all right, this is boring. But the ones that do have music, they better have some good music because some streamers have like
Yeah.
so
Bro,
so
it's like bro, like most of the German streamer on Twitch, bro, they just have hard rock. That's funny as hell.
yeah. No, I usually go for music that doesn't have lyrics because lyrics is distracting. Also, music that gets me in the
Yeah,
zone,
yeah. Probably just like relax music or yeah, I see.
But
I see, I
not
see.
relaxing music. No, I need something that'll hype me
Yeah,
up.
not obviously relaxing, yeah.
Like, I don't know, electronic, house, techno, stuff like that. Probably that's usually what works best for me. So are you gonna start streaming now?
Still can't, no PC.
No PC? Come on, man. I'm sure you can get one. There are PCs out there that are so cheap. And my PC, for example, the one I'm using now, was like $500 or something, and I got it like 5 years ago, 6 years ago. Somehow still works.
I see. Yeah, I mean, I would need to work for that, but in France, like when you minor, people don't really want you to work for them. So yeah.
Oh, I see, I see. Maybe you can do some sort of side hustle. Have you considered coaching? Maybe you can make some money through that.
I don't think my coaching is worth the money. So even if I coach people, I would not want them. I would not want them to pay me.
Really? Why?
No, because I don't think what I could give them is worth money. Like, I don't really think that.
I don't know, man. I don't think you should undersell yourself because with my team, for example, sometimes we really need a coach, even if it's just as simple as doing a VOD review, because a coach will be able to see things that we don't, you know?
Yeah.
So there are,
So
go ahead.
yeah. So yeah, just like it's not like I don't think my I just think I'm not really good at coaching first. And secondly, even if I was good, like what I can give to someone will not be enough to make him a lot better. So I don't think it's worth money. Like if I could make anyone like really good, yeah, it would be worth money. But I don't think I can.
I don't know, man. I feel like individual coaching can be a little pricey, but if you do coaching for teams, it could work out because if each player contributes a small amount to you, the
Mm,
coach, it adds up and then it'll be worth your time. And you can help the whole team rather than just one person. And like the example I gave before, in tournaments or in matches, we have the games recorded, we watch the recordings, and we notice certain things. But we also watched some of these VODs with other players that are much more experienced, and they essentially took that role as a coach. And if we had someone to hold us accountable, like, okay, we have this VOD review once a week with the coach. Everyone get online. We're paying him. More people are going to actually get online and listen to what he has to say because they're paying him. Like my day job, for example, is English coaching. And that's one of the
mhm.
that's one of the things that people really value, even if it's just really simple. Like the financial leverage, the fact that they're paying me to help them improve holds them more accountable and they're more likely to actually improve. You should honestly look into it, man, because if I talk to my team and I'm like, hey, are you guys willing to pay, I don't know, €2 each, €5 each, and there's five of us, that would be, I don't know, 10, €20 once a week to do 1 hour coaching VOD review. Maybe in a few weeks you'll have enough money to actually buy a laptop or something.
Yeah, I know, but you need to find the people. On yeah, it's a lot of things. I just I think it's a lot of work actually. Like it's not it's easiest. I just like telling people to do what to do. Like you need to like give them feedback to help them just improve in the long term, not just right now. So you have a lot of things to do if you do some coaching. So that's why
Yeah.
I don't think I could do that.
Yeah, it definitely takes a specific skill set, and you have to manage your time well and all that kind of stuff. I don't know how busy you are with school and all that
I'm
stuff.
not that busy, but like for example, if someone just like go DM me, he just asked me something, how to do that with that character on the like, oh, how do I pick it, or something like that. I just answer him like, well, you can do that, you can do that, and that's it.
Yeah,
No,
but
nothing more.
that kind of stuff, it's not really valuable in my opinion because it doesn't take into account all the context that is super important in these matches. Because if they're like, okay, what item should I equip? Well, it depends on what the enemy team comp has, what your team comp
Yeah, that's
has.
why I tell all people that ask me. I just tell them it depends a lot.
Yeah, yeah, but see,
So just
that's the mistake that a lot of
mm,
people make. They're like, okay, let me just choose the right items. No, that's not it. You got to understand, like, if you're watching your
mhm.
VOD review, why were you in this position of the map rather than over there? And what did that cause in the game? Or the timing of using that ability. We were VOD reviewing a match not too long ago, and our attacker used his ultimate too late. It was like I went in for the engage. I was playing Blastoise. I went in for the engage. I got a 5-man ultimate. They were all knocked up. and the Venusaur did not use his ultimate.
Yeah, because he didn't have it.
No, he had it. He had it.
Oh,
He had it, but he didn't use it. So
yeah. So like there's you sometimes, like as I said earlier, some people are just good overall, but they're not good. In fact, like when it comes to against like a really good player, or just even just not just a regular player that play together, you have to like be good enough to like realize the stuff that's happening and pretty fast also.
yeah, yeah.
Like
Sounds like
it's
you're
not easy as it look.
sounds like you're talking about having a fast reaction speed and being able to focus under pressure, right?
Mm.
Yeah, I think those are actually two skills that are hard to train because in real life, like what other stuff is there that people can do regularly to train those skills? The stuff that comes to mind is like driving, maybe team sports.
Yes, things like that. I mean, you just also like sometimes you just like natural. Like some people are just like more like speed than others about some stuff they see better, or just like they're more fast overall. Like for example, me, like since I was a kid, I'm just pretty like I'm pretty fast. Like every time I do something, I do it fast. Like, it's just some stuff like that. Sometimes it's just natural. You can't explain it.
Yeah, I know exactly what you mean. Like maybe it's having a certain personality or maybe having a certain trait of some sort. Do you think that comes into play as to why you chose to play top lane or jungle because having that kind of reaction speed is better for those roles?
Yeah, for what I play as a character, yeah, I think I rather play like some stuff that are speedy than stuff that are pretty slow. Even though I don't mind playing slow stuff, just is like more my play style.
Yeah, yeah. I noticed that also there's other factors as well. Like sometimes I play during the day instead of playing in the evening. And I'm not sure if it's the players that are online or if it's me. I think it's both. But sometimes most of the time I do way better when I'm playing during the day because I have like I'm able to focus more and I'm not tired. Did you notice that when it comes to your play? Like do you play better during certain times?
I mean, me, it's like specific situation because as I told you, most of the time it's noisy at home, so the night is probably better for me. But
Uh
I guess why it can be better the day.
yeah, I see, I see. Well, in that situation, what I recommend are noise canceling headphones.
No, it's not that. Like sometimes I just have to mute myself because like it's just people just start hearing people screaming around and stuff. It's like annoying. So I can focus myself.
Yeah,
But yeah,
I see what you mean.
I should find a solution for that.
Well, having some noise canceling headphones definitely helps. Like when I also work sometimes in like cafes or in co-working spaces. And like if you look at the headphones I have, they're kind of big and bulky. So when I'm wearing them,
Yeah, I see that.
people see that I don't hear them and they don't talk to me. You know what I mean?
I see. I see. No, I see. But yeah, I get that. You just yeah, maybe I should try.
Yeah,
Who knows?
definitely give it a shot. There are some really cheap noise canceling earbuds or headphones out there. I also have earbuds, like these really small ones, um,
Oh yeah.
that have active noise cancellation as well. But they're not obvious like these. Like what people see that I'm wearing headphones.
You see like they're really pretty big.
Yeah, exactly. Ideally, it should be best to go into like a separate room, close the door, and let people know that you're like busy and to not disturb you.
Yeah, also like my old house, cause like I moved up only 1 year ago. So like I moved up and now like the wall are like really skinny. Like
Mm,
you can hear from anywhere anyone. So it's also why, cause like back before, like the house was smaller, but you could not hear anyone, cause like the wall was really big.
yeah.
So yeah, it's also that.
I mean, it's kind of a problem here as well because I'm staying in an apartment where the walls are pretty thin, and I can hear my neighbors.
Yeah, but it actually look like the same as I have my wall in my room. So yeah,
But
probably like that.
again, there's two things you can do: noise canceling so that you don't hear them, and a good microphone. Like this one comes out in front of my face, and it doesn't pick up the sounds that my neighbors are making.
Mm,
And
yeah, I should definitely invest or something like that.
yeah, I think some good equipment might go a long way for you, man.
Mm.
All right, so we're actually getting near the end of the episode here, but I wanted to ask you, when it comes to Pokemon Unite, what do you think would be some changes that would really take the game to the next level from your perspective?
As everyone would probably say, fix the matchmaking because that's just not normal how it works. I think definitely a lot of stuff to do about that.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, Having more balance meta and what else? I think like for the ECS stuff on everything, I think they should definitely do like the LIC, UIC, and NIC like better, like being selective and not just you can go open it. Because like there's some people that are really good but can't go to because just they don't have the money for just travel to another continent.
Yeah,
Like then they deserve to be here.
yeah,
So I think about ECS stuff, I think is the only thing that will be better. But after, like it's more like I think in game the game is really fun to play when you're in game, but the problem come more from outside of the game.
yep, yep. I know exactly what you mean. Because certain regions have been, I don't know, eliminated from Unite, like the Netherlands. And I think they're making a huge mistake here. They should try to be as inclusive as possible and include as many regions so that you can get players who are living in those regions to compete. Uh, I heard recently, like Slashcan, for example, he decided to move to Japan so that he can practice there and get better. Maybe that's what it takes for some players to get to the next level is to move to a different region.
Yeah, I actually think it's good for them. Like especially for someone like Overlord, he gets like big structure on his with really good mates, and he's gonna face really good guys. Because like well, actually I think Overlord compared to NA, it's kind of a big of difference.
Yeah.
Like he's way more better than anyone in NA. So I think it's better for him to play against players of his level.
Yeah, yeah, definitely. I can also agree with the meta balance because man, I was playing some Vaporeon today and I just feel bad like for the enemy team. Like I was just like I was messing around to be honest and I was still destroying them. I was
I see. Like yeah, like sometimes you just have like sometimes I don't play a lot. Like sometimes there's some broken character like tank or support. I don't play them because I'm not a tank or support. But at some moments I just decide to play them and I realize how broken the shit is.
yeah.
It's feel really weird.
Yeah, man. Like even before Mega Charizard X got nerfed, I got to play him for a few days, and I was like, man, this is just ridiculous. If I don't choose him in every single match, I'm gonna lose because the enemy team is gonna choose him. Same thing with Vaporeon now. If we don't have a Vaporeon on our
Mm.
team, we're screwed. We're gonna lose. But when it comes to matchmaking, what do you think are like the specific changes that needs to be done to matchmaking? Because everyone says matchmaking needs to be fixed, but what exactly about it needs to be fixed?
Like I think you should make it harder to get from expert to master, and you should get the drafts already in expert, like the division before master, but like only with two ban or one ban, so you can grow up and learn the thing. I think that's be the ideal.
I see. I actually think I would agree with that mostly. I think it should be in master, and I think your idea of doing one or two bands is good because then it doesn't take as much time. One of the things I don't like about draft is that it takes like 5 minutes, so a 10-minute match turns into 15 minutes, which is a lot more.
Yeah, I think they could also like make it less longer. Just make the ban less longer. But the problem is like for Switch players, sometimes you don't even have time to ban it if you just play on Switch.
Yeah,
That's
it
kind
lags
of
out.
fucked.
Yeah, there have been situations where I have like we were in a competition and my team wasn't able to choose the right Pokemon in time. So, like
Yeah, that's why like back when most people did not play on Switch too, I was like, bro, just put the mobile player on the ban,
yeah, yeah.
so they can't have issues.
That's actually what we had to do. Cool, man. Well, that's pretty much it for I guess for this episode of Elite Encounter. Did you have anything else you wanted to say, or did you have any questions for me?
No, everything was fine for me. Really happy to have been here.
Cool, man. It
and really
was,
nice.
yeah, it was a pleasure. And it was really interesting getting your opinion on this kind of stuff because I've interviewed quite a few people now. I think this is going to be episode 12. And it's very interesting to see how people have different opinions on these things. Like,
Yeah, the most of people are like, everyone is different.
yeah, yeah, exactly. Like the one that I heard that the most different opinions was the building your own brand thing. Some people think it's super important, some people think it's not. But, I think this is the reason why I'm doing the podcast is to see how people are different, to um, connect with people. And I don't know, I feel like it's helping build more of a community because we get to understand the players outside of the game and not just,
Mm,
this is Nachos and he plays X Pokemon. Now this is his playstyle now. There's like a person behind the name, right? So there's more to it.
yeah. I mean, also goes for me because like, I think a lot of people don't really like me much. So if they see this, maybe they appreciate me more. Who knows?
Wait, why do they not like you?
Well, because back before I said a lot of bad things I should have not said.
Uh,
Some people don't like me for that, but some people also just doesn't like me because again back before I was like kinda taunting people. So yeah,
bad
I changed about that. I think I grew
mistakes were made.
up.
Cool, man. Nachos, thank you so much for being on the podcast. Um,
Thank you.
of course, it was a pleasure. And if anyone wants to come on on the Elite Encounter, you're more than welcome to. Send me a DM. I'll send you a form, and we can work it out. Until then, see you next time.